PowerPoint, we're going to talk about landing pages and how it relates to digital media strategy. So we're going to cover some concepts that are enough to get us started on creating our landing pages. On Thursday, we're going to go into more advanced techniques on working on your landing pages. So let's get started here. What is a landing page, first of all? Think of a landing page as a standalone web page that's created specifically for a marketing or an advertising campaign. So this is where your visitor lands after they click on that link in an email or in an ad on Google or Bing or in YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. So wherever on the web, if they click on something, you want them to go to the landing page. And a landing page is not just any web page. Unlike regular web pages, which has many goals and many different kinds of information on it and might encourage the visitor to explore, landing pages are different. They're designed with one single focus or a goal known as a call to action, okay, or known as CTA for short. Okay, so it is this focus that makes landing pages the best option for increasing the conversion rates of your marketing campaigns and also for lowering your costs for acquiring a lead or a sale. Okay, so here we have the call to action that happens here. That the call to action is the campaign goal. Okay, so at the very top, as I talked about, from many different places on the web, maybe Facebook page or Twitter or Instagram or just Google search or ad in Google search or an email newsletter. Okay, so from all these, you want them to click on that link to take them to the landing page here. Okay, and after getting to that landing page, you want them to partake in that call to action, which is your campaign goal. Again, let's talk about the key difference between your homepage and a landing page. So your homepage has tons of links. So this one on the left here is your homepage. Okay, you can see there's multiple things happening here. It gives you a lot of information where you can go from here. Trying to satisfy many different needs of the visitor here. The landing page, however, has only one link, only one thing, one focus, one thing that it wants the visitor to do. Okay? The homepage has, on the other hand, many different distractions. The landing page, however, is super focused. Having fewer links on your landing page increases conversions. It funnels them. It funnels the visitors and just allows them to take one action, which is the call to action, the action that you want them to take. Okay? The less things that they are to click on your landing page, the less things that they are to distract your visitors and carry them away from that call to action. So where do you put, what do you put on a landing page? Okay, you put a unique selling proposition or a USP. Okay, if you can't remember all these acronyms, don't worry about it. Okay, so think of it more as unique selling proposition. You want to put a hero image or video. Okay, you want to tell people about the benefits, okay, of your offering and some form of social proof, okay, and a single conversion goal or the CTA, the call to action. Okay, so let's talk about your unique selling proposition, your USP first. This is what sets your product or service apart from the competition. This is how you position your offering as different or better from all the rest of what's out there. So you want to communicate this proposition. You want to communicate how you're better or different in a very concise way, in a short way. Nobody's going to read a big, long paragraph about why you're so great or why your product is so great. You want to let them know this in as few words as possible so they immediately understand what makes your product or service appealing. Okay, so a series of page elements can tell the story of why your offering is unique or different. Your main headline, a supporting headline, the reinforcing statement, this is optional, and a closing statement, this is also optional, but you must have the main headline and a supporting headline. Okay, so the main headline is the first thing that your visitors are going to read. This is where you clearly describe what a visitor stands to get from your product or service. So keep it punchy, keep it interesting, and also be direct. Next, you have the supporting headline. Okay, remember that headlines need to be short and sweet, even the supporting ones. Okay, the supporting one, that you can use a subheading to provide a little bit more extra info. Okay, and remember, even though you're providing more information, there's no need to write a paragraph or anything like that. Shorter is better. Okay, a supporting headline can take two approaches. It can act as a direct extension of the headline, basically finishing the thought that the headline started. However, your main headline should still be able to stand on its own, though. The other approach the supporting headline can take is it can offer additional value or convey a secondary persuasive message that is still related to your headline. Okay, and then there's a reinforcing statement. This is optional. If your landing page runs really long, remind visitors with a reinforcing statement towards the middle of the page. If for some reason your landing page has to be long, remind them why they're here again. Okay, so when you're writing a reinforcing statement, consider what your reader already knows that they didn't before, a few seconds ago, before they clicked onto that page. Okay, what did they know before and what do they know now? And how can you drive home your proposition now, your USP now? Okay. And then there's a closing statement. This is also optional. So this is where you back up your unique selling proposition. It gives your visitors one last chance to convert. Okay. Basically, it's like your mic drop, the climax of the story you're telling about your offering. So here you want to provide a little bit of urgency, like do it now, remind the visitor why they're here in the first place, repeat your call to action, okay? So that if they want to go ahead and do that action, they don't need to scroll up or somewhere else. They can do it right there and right then when you remind them. Okay, next, the hero image. The hero image is usually the first visual element of your landing page that the visitors will see. So please don't use stock photos or anything like that for this. Okay, here the image is very important. Ideally, a hero image should show the context of use. Okay, how your product or your service is going to be used here. Next, let's talk about benefits. Okay, describe specific benefits along with the features. Okay, so benefits and features aren't the same thing. They're related, but they're not the same thing. Okay, so the difference is that a feature is a specific quality of your product or service, and a benefit is the positive impact that this feature has. Okay, so for example, a lemonade is ice cold. That's a fact. Okay, and that's a feature, that it's cold. The fact that it keeps you cool on a hot day, that's a benefit. Okay, that's a positive impact to you. Okay, so you want to show off features and benefits together, but always lead with the benefit if you can. So keep cool, okay, that's the benefit. Keep cool with an ice cold sunshine lemonade. Okay, ice cold is the feature of the lemonade, but keeping cool is the benefit. Okay, so Next, let's take a look at social proof. Social proof is the influence that people around us have on the decisions that we make. So it's a reason why everybody suddenly buys an Instapot or a Vitamix, okay? So on a landing page, social proof can take many forms. Direct quotes from customers, case studies or links to case studies, because you don't want to actually put the case study in there. It'll make your landing page too long. Video interviews or testimonials, logos of customer companies, or review scores from Yelp, Amazon, or other sites. That I find that might be the most helpful. Because it's not a lot for someone to read, yet it's social proof. It's proof that, yes, this has been reviewed and used by others and liked by others, instead of having to read a whole case study or go somewhere else that would take them away from your landing page. Okay, so conversion goal is where we want to end up, right? Your call to action. So a landing page should be focused on just one conversion goal. To your visitor, this is presented as a call to action. It can either be a standalone button or a click-through page or a form on a landing page designed for lead generation. Okay. Okay, so here are some tips. Avoid button text like click here or submit for your call to action. Use conversational language. Let your visitors know exactly what they'll be getting for their clicks. Okay, like start my free trial. Okay, that's why I'm clicking here. You know, no need to say click here for free trial. Just start my free trial, or get 50% off now. Okay, or get $10 off coupon. Okay, so you want to explain what this button is. When you click it, what you'll get. And if it's going to take them to a form that they have to fill out, keep these forms as short as possible. Okay, only ask for information that's absolutely essential and needed. You don't want someone to bounce, to go somewhere else, stop filling it out because it's too long, or it's asking things they don't want to answer, or or they don't know and they have to go find that information somewhere else. So just make sure that is easy to fill out, fast to fill out, and also include a privacy statement to assure them that their data is safe, that you're asking this information, you're not going to give it to anybody else. All right, so there are, of course, SEO basics to follow when creating landing pages. And in last class, we looked at some SEO principles, right? So this class, we're going to look at them again in the context of landing pages. So a lot of it is going to be review, really. But it doesn't hurt to keep repeating these, so eventually it becomes ingrained in our minds over the next month. Okay, so some of this stuff is going to be repetitive as the weeks go on, but that's good. It means that you remember it the more we repeat it. Okay, so so the SEO basics that we're going to talk about in the following slides is keyword, content structure, URL, page speeds, and backlinks, all things we talked about in first class. Okay, so keyword. A solid keyword strategy forms the basis of a successful landing page. Keywords are important to have on your landing page. Okay, so focus on search intent. Use keywords in the content naturally and logically. Okay, remember to write for human readers. Don't write for bots. Okay, bots. In fact, bots can read natural language, so you don't need to make it for the bots. Make it for the reader and bots will pick it up. All right, and don't stuff keywords. Okay, I can't stress that enough. Don't stuff keywords in your content. Because search engine algorithms recognize keyword stuffing. They're much more sophisticated than that. So keyword stuffing is not going to help you get better results. You should also consider semantic keywords, phrases that you don't want to rank for specifically, but support the primary keyword, and also clarify the search intent you're trying to meet. So semantic keywords will help your page rank better and in a more targeted manner overall. Next is content structure. Okay, your content needs to be structured. It's great to have all those awesome keywords in your content, but it also needs to be structured properly so the search engine bots can read, analyze, and recognize the content, what you have on your page. This way, they know what your landing page is about and they can index it correctly. Okay, so structuring your landing page in HTML, here title tag. The page title should be short as always and include a high quality keyword, have a keyword in there. Place the keyword to the left of the page title, so in the beginning, and put less important words at the end of the page title. Use alt tags. We talked about that as well in class 1. I use alt tags to describe your image because the bots can't actually see what's in the image unless you have a caption or a description or alt text. Meta description. Okay, the description provides more information. The description provides more information for the user so they know what they're clicking on. Okay, when it comes up in the search results, the meta description tells the visitor more information on what this page is about, so that can convince them to click on it if it's relevant to them. And headings include a H1 heading that matches your page title. And break up other content, use more headings, use H2, H3, okay? Includes keywords in these H2 and H3s. And then internal links, add relevant internal links using proper anchor text, okay? When it's possible, use the page's primary keyword as the anchor text. It won't always work out. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to have the keyword as the text, as the anchor text, and that's okay. You don't want to force it. You don't want to do it just for the sake of SEO, but if it makes sense, do use the keyword as the anchor text. Next, URL. We also touched on this briefly on Monday's class. The URL reflects the site structure, so it reveals how a particular piece of information or piece of content fits into your overall website. So keep your URL short, okay, not more than 65 characters. Place the important keywords to the left in the URL. So the URL not only informs search engines, but also viewers. So here we have something like landing page, meta description for landing pages, okay? This is part of the URL. So from here, a person can identify the general category, landing page. This is the general category. And this is the subcategory that belongs to landing page. All right, so similarly, a search engine bot can also tell the same. So it gives you more information on how your site is structured and allows the bot to do a better job in indexing it. All right, so next I want to talk about page speeds. Page speed is an important factor in search engine rankings. So fast loading ensures a user-friendly experience. Slow page speed increases bounce rates, as we talked about, because users get frustrated and they just go somewhere else if they're sick of waiting for your site to load. And of course, this hurts rankings, right? You can use Google's page speed insights to find out, how you're faring in terms of your page speed. And things you can do to improve your page speed is use smaller images, optimize your images for web, okay? But make sure that you still use good quality, resolution for the size that it is, okay? And also another thing you can do is reduce the number of requests that your page makes to the server, okay? And finally, I want to talk about building backlinks. Backlinks consist of links from other platforms to your website, right? So you want high quality backlinks from respected, authoritative, high ranking websites. That's going to boost your landing page SEO. That's what you want to work towards. So how do you get them to link to you? How do you get other people to link to you? Well, you create quality, shareable content. Okay, so create shareable content. And that will increase the chances that others will then link to you if you have content that people want to share. So examples of shareable content are things like infographics, or noteworthy statistics, interesting statistics, or credible statistics, they'll want to link to you. Videos as well, quality videos that are informative, that share useful information. If the information you're sharing is useful, interesting, original, people will want to link to your site to share that. Okay, so you can generate organic backlinks by publishing content on social media platforms as well. Okay, so I think that's all we have for today's PowerPoint. The next thing I'd like you to do is to look at your assignment 2 and try and get started on it. Don't worry, on Thursday's class, I will give you more information and we'll have more time to talk about it more in class and work on it together.